Hello, the game has started. It's my opponent to go first. Just refreshing Woogles. There we go. And opponent to go first. I have a fairly balanced rack. Opponent scores heavily with the Z, 48 points. Just looking if I have possibly a compound word. Not seeing one. Do I have a 5-letter play? I do. I have Woots for 34. Caviari. And that plays down onto the S. Hopefully that will remain available. I don't think there'll be a 4-timer from the O. And I draw fairly well on the next rack. Is there a 7 here? I have a V to consider over words, for example. Not seeing a play from the V. Opponent gets rid of the J for 36. Does the C assist? Acorned plus an E. I have the EN prefix, just wondering if enamored through an M. But the C, that's what I'm really hoping will give me the bingo I need, because that'll score really well. I have the co-prefix. Not quite co-leader. Core. Not seeing a play there. Dracone, no. Okay, not seeing anything with the C or the V. The other vowels unlikely to assist. I do have the aero prefix. Aerodyne through a Y. That's not going to help. Okay, abandon the search for the bingo and let's see what we can do. Jar is good, so what about a play of or better yet, ear? $19. Not a bad rack leave. Do I have a better play down? My R plays next to OK. What about doer for 23? Aero is another option. 23, better rack leave. A little bit of a hot spot, but the Z is gone. I'm going with this. Okay, not quite the pickup I was hoping for. I draw the clunky W and B. Almost Bedouin, but not quite. I'd need the E to be an A for that. Opponent gets rid of the Q as well. Just thinking of BE words, so bewind, no good. Venue, doesn't reach. What about web? It's 30 points, gives back a bit. Nice rack leave. No, web here looks better for sure. Web for 33. Good rack leave. Unmined is good. I don't currently see a spot for that. Undermine through an R and an E. That's unlikely. Yeah, unmined doesn't play. Jab takes an S. Does the C assist? Or the A looks like it helps this rack as well. I wonder if unmine is good without the D. Unmined. Oh, hangy is good. Oh, that's a shame. Not hangoo. Does unmined have an anagram? Something starting with IN perhaps. Not seeing it. Enuied if the M was an E. What about unmined? No. And yeah, unmine I don't think will be good. It'll only be unmined. So what to do here? Suppose I have indue, not a great leave. Do I definitely not have a UN spot? What about just mind? 29. How much does it give back? UN isn't bad. I think, yeah, I think I will go with this. Okay. Soria. I have a very balanced rack here. Rainouts through a T. I have the IOUS ending. Is there a bingo here? Okay, opponent scores more than I would have liked there. 35 points. Suppose it could have been worse. What am I missing here? Very high probability tiles, these. Sutorian through a T. Just no floaters here to work with. I have VAU words and VOU words. Not seeing it. Okay. OU looks okay. Where does one play OU on this board? What about Ureo? It's not a bad rack leaf. Yeah, I'm going with this. Or am I? Actually, I'm going to go with Aura here. This isn't a bad rack leaf. But that is a shocking pickup. I have Noisy here with a terrible rack leaf, 27 points. Fancy that, keeping SION and picking up IIY. Wow. I have Yoni on my rack. Yoni doesn't take an S, just a C. So Yonis wouldn't play. It's not a word. I think Noisy makes sense here. I'd like to get rid of 2 I's if possible. I have the ISO prefix. Or it takes a few hooks. I'm going with Noisy for 27. Okay, I draw some more vowels, so Noit is good, Nooit. Got the I have the shin ending, but just too many vowels here to I have yite, but that can't be best. Yoni looks alright, it undoubles the duplicates 21. The other option is isotone, but actually 2 blanks to come. Isotone for 16 maximizes my chances of drawing a blank. Yeah, I think I'll go with this. I don't know. Yeah, I think I will. Isotone. Limited. Hopefully that will remain available. I don't draw a blank, which means that either my opponent has 1 or 2, or they're in the bag. So they're still up for grabs. Limited plays quite nicely above isotone in this spot. Delimit also good. Hopefully opponent will play up in the top right. Do I have a play from the A? I have the tail component of a word and the male component. Limited takes an S, as in limited companies. Okay, opponent does bingo there with one of the blanks. Now limited does still play, and I'm not seeing a better spot unless there's a 4-timer. No. Limited for 80. Okay, I draw the second blank, but no vowels at all. So a bit of a mixed feeling there on that draw. Clashing through an A or an I. That A not useful. I might actually burn the blank with a play of chids for 32. No H's to come, so that lane dead in terms of latching on to the C. can I score more than 32? We're approaching the end game now. The X is still a danger, obviously. That's another reason to take out this hotspot. Just limited with what I can do on this board with no vowels. I have cinch here, actually, that's not bad. Keeping the blank. Bingo threat, still something to consider, I guess, with that S, and there are some bingo-y tiles there apart from the U's, the V and the X. Certainly potential for a bingo. Not great lanes for bingos ending in S. In fact, I don't see any. Do I play Lynch? I think I play Lynch and I keep the S. Just wondering if I have a CHYD play, like I can't think offhand if there is such a play. Opponent down to 2.5 minutes now. My time also quite low. If my opponent takes the Lynch spot, I think I'm gonna have to take this hotspot here. I'm not seeing anything much better on offer. And I just hope to draw a vowel. Opponent down to under 2 minutes now. If opponent bingoes on to the D, I think he'll be giving a little bit of score back. Same goes for the play underlapping med. Well, yeah. Okay, opponent plays your. Now my decision is how to outrun opponent. And I think chids makes sense. I have a 22-point lead. Or do I play childs for 38? That's even better. Yeah, I'm going with this. Opponent still has the X there, so I didn't identify a super hot X spot. Luckily I have drawn one vowel. Looking at unwords to unflag. Not sure of that one. I do have the F here. FA at a minimum would score 28 points. Shocking leave. 20. I'm going to try unflag. No good. And even if I play FA here, opponent's not going to score much with. Best he can do is tuts. I have Ling there. Or long. Could play long. Actually, I could play Ing here. And then opponent's bound to go out, or maybe not. Lig, I suppose. Lig. And then opponent will go out with ST. So that's the end of the game. Thank my opponent. And let's see what we missed. 422 to 363. Back to the start, and my opponent scored best with 48 for Zoeas. Then Woots was best for 34. Kopcha for 36. That's nice. Through the O of Woots. Yeah, 5C. That's right. Kopcha, opponent went with Peaks, also scored well, 37. Caviar's 92, but Avarice for 109. Wow, 1C. Look at that. One. Oh, of course, a Peak. That was the play. I didn't even think of the hooks for Peak. That was remiss. Avarice, huge score. Anyway, Caviar's was a good score as well, 92. Juba for 34. And Jehu for 43. Opponent went with Je for 36. O'Reed for 33 with an EN rack leave. Where was that? F2. Oh, nice. O-R-E-A-D. O'Reed. I like that. 33. I was just looking to the left, but sometimes the opposite side offers more score. Aero sorted the rack out nicely, so it wasn't far behind. Bad rack for opponent. Webb for 33 was best. Bag for 18. DNP blank. Opponent went with Hang. Minuend. Unmind and Minuend. There you go. Hangi. But it also played at B6. Of course, Minuend. 79 in both spots. Should not have missed that. Undine was the 1J. I was looking at unwords. Undine. So that would have been the non-bingo one for 30. Bap for 35. Opponent could have got an extra 6 for Peba at A7. Nice parallel. Noria for 29. So no bingo there. I went with Aura to rack balance. Far for 21 with a good leave. That was best. And then Noisy for 27 seems close to being best. Yoni's at L1. Oh, Yoni's. I thought it only took a C. Oh, they must have brought that in, I think. Probably in the last update, so not too recent a change. Yeah, I would have gone with that if I thought it took the S. Anyway, Noisy for 27, not far behind, and didn't give much back either, whereas Yoni's did. So, Ideality, very nice. Through the A. Hangy, very nice. Ideality. Yiti for 29, opponent went with. And then I had this vowel heavy rack. Noit is the one I identified on my rack, but where did it play for 23? Oh, okay, yeah, leaving the T out there with 2 blanks and an X to come. I don't know. I decided to keep it a bit tight. Well, yeah, I mean, I went for tile turnover, seeing that there were 2 blanks unplayed, and I just thought 2 S's as well, so there were some goodies with the X. So that was my thinking with the tile turnover. Slidder for 91 at 11E. Ah, look at that. 4-timer. Very nice. Slidder. Opponent went with drilled. And then limited for 80 was best. Love for 9 with a powerhouse. Rack leave. Opponent went with yaw. Ing, at this stage, Ing is suggested with that rack leave, and that does make sense, but there's an S unseen, and yeah, I don't know how often I bingo with CHLS blank with only 3 vowels and 9 consonants, so no, I still like my play of Childs because it took out a bingo lane, scored well, so opponent was unlikely to catch me on without a bingo. So that was my thinking there. I just see what opponent's best play. Tuxes for 35, 14D. Okay, there. Tuxes and meds. Okay, but that gave a little bit back. Although it didn't, because look at the look at the remaining tiles I had. So tuxes would have probably been best in that scenario, although not enough to bridge the gap. And then far for 28 was best. Fatling for 15 through 2 disconnected floaters. Fatling. Okay, and I suppose vugs, but at that stage it's just a matter of playing out the end game. So lav, ing, tuts, leg, and then opponent went out with ST. So that was the end of the game. I hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.